Hey, what's up, collectors? Jim here with another figure review, and today I'm taking a look at the Figuarts Bandai Super Saiyan Son Goku Super Warrior Awakening version. Very cool from Dragon Ball Z. So, really nice box. It's pretty much the small kind of standard box that we usually get with Figuarts. We do get this kind of picture image here on the side that covers up some, but you can't see the figure in the packaging. Top, you get the little bit of a window. On this side, you get a window. It says Super Saiyan Son Goku. On this side, you get just more images. And on the back, you get some images of the figure. Gives you a little bit of a read up, and it says a full range of interchangeable hands and face parts allow for expressive portrayal of Super Saiyan Son Goku. So really cool. I'd love to get these little effects. I'm gonna have to get these one day. These actually don't come with the figure. On the bottom you get that. But yeah, that's it. So this is very cool. This is my first Figuarts Dragon Ball Z figure. I mean, I do have the model kit version, and then I have the regular Bandai Beerus figure. But I definitely always liked this figure whenever I saw it. I think it just looks really cool. But enough blabbing. Let's pop it out of the box and check them out. Okay, and here he is all out of the packaging. And Figuarts did a really good job on this figure. It definitely looks good. As far as accessories go, we do have a pair of fists. We do get two kind of like splayed open hands. We get two other kind of, grab hands. We get two other hands that are a little bit more relaxed, not as clenched. And then we get two hands that kind of have this going on. So nice options, but we don't get any effects with them, which is a little bit disappointing. And we get three faces. We get the one that comes on them, and then we get these other two, which has a little bit, teeth gritting, and then one where he's screaming. And the faces look really good, and the hands look good. There's even shading in the hands. Nice skin tone. Nice skin tone on the figure itself. It really pops and looks good. The hair, I think, looks really good. I mean, the sculpt on the hair is just great. And I like this kind of orange shading that they have all throughout. It looks really good. And this is the face that comes on him in the packaging. It's just, closed mouth, but done really well. Nice paint on the eyes. Nice muscle definition all throughout the figure. The skin tone looks good, and I like how they kind of shaded these kind of highlights on here to kind of bring out some of the definition. It looks really good. And as far as all of this sculpt work for the tattered, ripped clothes, looks really good. This belt is a soft floaty piece. You get really nice, tattered look all throughout the pants. It would have been really good if they would have done some shading in here to kind of bring some of that out, but it still looks good even without the shading. And the boots, you get nice sculpt and paint work on the boots. And coming up this side. In the back of the figure again, I think it's so cool, this tattered, ripped look, which is one of the main things that sold me to get this figure. It just looks great. It would have been cool if they would have added like some blood or some scars on himself instead of just having the clothes all tattered, but still overall, I think it looks really good. Now, as far as interchanging the heads, you can just pop the head off fairly easy. Then you take the front of his hair off, and then you pop the face off, and you can just put another face in there. Just line up the pegs, and then line up the pegs to put his hair back on. And then you pop it back on to the neck. Now these ball joints are really tiny and kind of scary. They're probably pretty easy to break. And as far as articulation with him, the head, like you saw, is on the dumbbell, so you get nice movement. You get nice all around, up and down, pivot, full rotation, so good movement with that. The neck, I think it rotates, but mine doesn't really want to move that much, and it doesn't seem to want to hinge. So, but I mean, as far as looking down, you can basically bury his chin in his chest. And as far as looking up, you get up about that much because the hair crashes with the back of the figure. And that neck doesn't really seem to want to move side to side or forward, so I think it just rotates, unless mine's just stuck. Now with the arms, we get this really nice kind of like a not really a butterfly joint, but it's basically just a ball peg that's, you know, going into the shoulder. So you get about that much. You get, you know, horizontal. That will swivel all the way around, and you do get like an up and down shift on that as well. So if you shift it down, I mean, it doesn't really give you any more range. Shift it up, it gives you the same, pretty much the same range. But you do get kind of like a circular motion in there, not like a butterfly, but you can bring it forward a little bit. And this cap kind of hides it. So I mean, you know, nice range. You know, you're gonna get nice movement out of that hinge, and then with that little bit of a butterfly joint in there, it's gonna allow you to bring his arm, you know, all the way across. So that's nice. That's good range. That's nice movement. You know. Just got to line everything back up. But you do get the bicep swivel. You get nice double jointed elbows, which give them that much. Of course, the hands will swivel and hinge, and you can set that to go up and down or left and right. You get this cut right here in the torso, which lines up really nice with, you know, the continuing sculpt of his shirt. But with that, you do get a little bit of rotation. You get a little bit of pivot side to side, and then you get movement at the waist, which gives you full rotation. He will only crunch back about that much, but crunching forward, you get nice crunch forward. It does get a little gappy here in the back. So I mean, you get nice movement all throughout. I mean, it's like a ratchet joint in there or something. And as far as his legs, they do pretty much do the entire splits. So you get nice movement with his legs going that way. Going forward, nice movement, kicks out a little bit, but you know, he'll get that much. Really nice going back, look at that. Damn, of course it does kind of kick it out as well. I don't think there's any thigh swivel in there. If it is, mine's just really tight, and there is no drop down joint. And the double jointed knees, you know, look actually fairly good. It does get a little gappy right here, but you know, you can kind of fix that. But nice range, you know, for what it is, a little bit better than 90. You do get rotation. Okay, there's the thigh rotation. So this is like a separate piece over top of this for this, and then that's probably connected to that. So you do get rotation at the thigh. You don't get it on this side though, I guess because of these extra pieces that come in there. Yeah, because that's like sculpted into the figure. But you do get rotation on this side. The boots do not swivel unless mine are just really stuck. Because it's kind of frustrating because to get them to stand, you have to, you know, basically, you can't line these up, you know, because getting them to stand, you have to move these around. So you would think that would move. Maybe mine's just really stuck. I don't want to force it too much. But the feet, you get about that much back, about that much forward. You do get rotation, and you do get a little bit of a pivot in there. And then there is a toe joint. So overall, I think it's a badass looking figure, you know, which is pretty much why I got it. So as far as his height, he is about smack dab, little tiny bit over 6 inches to that part way back there in the back. As far as like to the top of his head, he's like a little bit over 5.5 inches to the top of his head. Now, as far as some comparisons, here is the model kit. So you see there's a big difference in scale with the model kit compared to the SH Figuarts, and with the skin tone, and with the sculpt. The sculpt is pretty much still there, but we get the nice skin colors with this one, and the shading in the arms or in the muscles and everything. So you know, you can definitely tell the difference between the model kit and then the SH Figuarts. And as far as a Marvel Legends, here is the Thor. He's a little bit on the taller side, but gives you an idea if these guys aren't going to go falling all over on me. Come on, Thor. This model never really wants to stand. And here's a Marvel Legends. So that gives you a little bit more comparison. And here is a Predator figure, the Jungle Hunter Predator. So that, you know, gives you a little size comparison as far as what he's going to look like on the shelf. So yeah, I mean, at the end of the day, I'm very, very happy. I think it's a really, really nice looking piece. Could we have used some effects? Yeah, I mean, that would have been nice. You know, it is a little bit disappointing that we don't have some more shading going on in here, because I think that would have really made the figure pop. But I mean, as far as the movement that we can get with this guy, you know, I think it's great. You know, you can get him, you're going to be able to get him in some really, really cool poses. So yeah, I think he's awesome. Definitely glad to finally have him in my collection, because I have been eyeballing him for a while. But yeah, that's the review, guys. Thank you for watching. Like, comment, and subscribe. And I will catch you guys on the next figure review. Take care.